like an echo. So that's why it's like, do you hear an echo? Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
She's like, hello.
I'm calm down
You
now.
feel me? Huh?
I said I'm calm now.
She's like, hello. What's up with the hello? I love it, love it, love it. As you can see already, we were already in laughy jokey mode. So I guess when the I told Jackie before we came in, let me know when the countdown stops. So I'll know. Um, so yeah. Anyway, we're here. We're here. We finally made it, ladies.
Yay!
Um,
Oh my gosh.
it was so cool.
Yes.
Look how Miss Nancy with her red on, looking all nice and bright over there, and everybody's just looking all like we're ready. Um,
Yeah.
hello everyone. We're so glad you stopped in, and you will be stopping in the replay and all the above. I'm Linda Outerbridge of Hook a Sister Up, and we're covering tonight another hidden in plain sight where we find, locate those businesses that people don't know about. All the above. I'm Linda. Another hidden in plain sight. So sounds like I have an echo because I hear myself later. All the above. I'm Linda. You hear that? Hidden in plain sight.
Uh-oh.
Are we good?
Oh, okay.
Oh, there it
Oh,
goes.
no worries.
Oh. It was there and then it went away.
Okay.
All
That
right.
was me getting rid of some stuff to see if I needed to because sometimes when I have Facebook open it does that.
Gotcha.
Remember I was saying that I don't sometimes it's hard when you have Facebook open because you have this like echo kind of thing going on.
Yes, you did
Well, I
say
had
that.
it. Yep. I
I
heard
was
myself echoing. So
gotcha.
yep, so that's why I don't like to go through that. So I sound like I'm a little clearer now. Am I okay
Yes, it
now?
does. It sounds better.
Yep, much better.
Oh, so I had to get take the Facebook down. So yes, welcome again. This is Linda Outerbridge, Hook a Sister Up, and we're here tonight. And our guest tonight is Nancy Pagan of, hope I pronounced your last name right,
Pagan.
Pagan. That's why I say
Pagan.
that.
Yeah, it's Pagan
Pagan,
with that accent mark.
Pagan,
Pagan.
Pagan of Fancy's Tokens. So I can't wait for her to share with you guys all the cool stuff that she's doing. And I'll share a little bit more later about Hook a Sister Up and how you can get involved and how you can also be a guest, featured promo guest here on Hidden in Plain Sight. But for now, we have a co-host, y'all. Y'all know how much I love co-hosts. So yes, our co-host tonight is Jackie Hernandez. And Jackie, she has a story to tell on her and Nancy's relationship and how friendship and all the above. So what better co-host to have tonight than Jackie Hernandez? So
Right.
welcome, Jackie, as a
Thank
co-host.
you. Thank you. So, hi everyone. Again, my name is Jackie Hernandez. I happen to be the sister friend of Nancy Pagan. And our story goes all the way back to high school when I tell everybody she made me be her friend in gym class.
Did you bully her?
No, she was like, "What's your name?" I said, "Jackie." It's a funny story that we tell you guys. But we have been friends for well over 20 years. I have
Oh
had
my.
the blessing to watch. She is been a life coach, mentor, best friend, sister friend, everything and anything in between that I have ever needed. And I am thankful and grateful to have her in my life. But I am more than blessed to have been able to watch as she has brought to life Fancy's Tokens. One of her nicknames that she had, we used to call her La Fancy Nancy, right? That's kind of
I
part
like that.
because she is very fancy, as you can see, right? Like she's rocking her fancy swag. Her look right
Yes,
now gave birth to her logo.
I love it. I love it.
So, everyone, this is Nancy Pagan, and I would love for you to hear her story on how Fancy's Tokens came to life, what brought it to life, to being in the most amazing way, and how this has impacted not only her life, but I am blessed to also be along for the ride to help her in giving love to the world in no better way than what she does, which is
Oh,
creating curated, unique tokens for each individual. And it blows my mind how she does that because, she tried to have me do it. It didn't work very well. I put stuff in the
she has
thing.
a
Like,
special
okay,
touch, a special thing.
I even got started.
Well,
All
welcome, welcome, welcome.
righty. So, first question of the day, Miss Nancy. How long have you been in business?
Only for about a year and 2 months. So,
That's it?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Officially, but technically, she was doing tokens before she became an official business. She just didn't know it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Oh, no, token I've been doing for quite some time, but no, as a business owner, it was my anniversary of November 20th. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
So explain to everybody, because I was there. I had a front row seat to how Fancies came to be. But what gave birth to the idea of Fancies? How did Fancies Tokens come to be, and how did you put all of this together?
It came from what I do right now. So, our best friend, our other partner, in crime, she was just, I don't know, I think she was going through a tough time. And I think we all kind of were going through transition in life at that time. And so I kept noticing, that's what I do. I just pick up, on people, like how what's going on, and I
Right.
just noticed she was going through something. So then I had told Jackie, I said, something's not right. She's going through it. We should do something, to show her we love her, just a gesture of our love for her, right?
Mhm.
Appreciation. And then from there, I Jackie and I went shopping and we put a token together. And I said, this is just a token of our love. That's what we're going to give her, right? So that's what I
Oh,
called it, not thinking nothing of it. And so she was my first recipient, I guess. And then from there, um, when I lost my job, due to the pandemic, because my
mhm,
job was, being with people, and I could
mhm.
no longer be around people, and working remote was just not an option. So when they
Right,
eliminated
right.
our department, I can tell you that I was just at a very I had already started, with many ideas. I think I had like 9 ideas before the pandemic
Mhm.
hit, and I had actually already started like looking to see how to bring them to life.
Uh-huh.
And then the pandemic hit. So when the pandemic hit, I didn't want to fully let go of those ideas, right? And I thought I just have to cater those ideas now to what's going on. Which one of these ideas can give me fruit during a pandemic? And
Right.
then I thought about the need for love, the need for attention,
Yes.
affirmation, support, et
Mhm.
cetera, et cetera. And I just said, let's go shopping. And we did. And so that's
Oh,
how it just snowballed and just started through that.
that is crazy. Is that crazy or
Mhm.
what?
Yeah.
You just like just
Yeah.
just go
Just putting things together. Literally. It was just putting things together. And I'll tell you that, in the process of doing that, I love to give things away. And
Mhm.
it got to a point where Jackie was like uncomfortable with that. I think she just didn't know how to say it. And
I was like, what are you doing?
right, I get
Giving
it.
things away.
Yeah, but I saw such a need that I just kept giving things away. And so, because of me, leading with that, I came up with Fancied, right? That's my mission line, as I had shared with you. And so, Fancied, through Fancied, it has opened doors. Giving has opened doors. Just
Wow.
giving. So I mentioned, because of, meeting, like I fancied, Raina Masco. I just, she was really going through a difficult time. Fancied her, and that just snowballed, and it's still snowballing, and it's so cool. So yeah, it's just been. I see a need of any kind of emotion, and I create a gesture. So
Mhm.
yeah.
And I like the way you say that I fancied someone. It's just so cool when you say that I
Mhm.
fancied. So I,
Yep.
I think that's cool. You have a commenter who says, commenter, where is she? A Facebook user says, beautiful. Thank you, Facebook user, for
Thank
joining us. We like to say Facebook user, but hey, hit us up and let us know who you are. Because if you don't give StreamYard permission to use your name, it just says Facebook user. And we
you.
don't like Facebook user here. We like to be
We like to
know
know
who.
who we are.
So comment again, put your name in there. But thanks for the comment. It's like show us who you are. Anyway, thank you. It is beautiful, isn't it?
It
I
is.
love it.
So one of the
So,
great things. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say one of the great things about working with Nancy is her ability to be able to be on point with the gifts that she gives to people, which fill you. The part I love with work with that I love about working with her was being the fancy delivery fairy, right? Is getting to watch people's
Nancy Delivery Fairy.
Yep. Is
And as
getting
tall as she is, Linda, she gave herself that
I
name.
love it.
I'm in my own title.
Yeah, she did. And that's okay. I said, be what you want. Just take the gifts. Go deliver.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you,
Thank
Gwen.
you, Gwen.
Gwen. Yeah. I was like, who are you, Facebook user? Gwen Buchanan is a HASU member out of California. I think that's where she is. California. Thank you for joining us, Gwen. So yes.
So yeah, being able to watch people's expressions and their emotion as they receive the gift has been phenomenal. She has an ability that you can only liken it to a God-given gift, to be able to see the person that's receiving the gift and be spot on with every single gift that she gives. She's given me gifts for my birthday, and I'm just like, right? I bawl all the time because they are so. I mean, yes, she does know me, but I've seen her give people gifts that she has never met ever, other than talking to
Wow.
the person who requests a gift, and it is amazing. You get the same emotion, be like, here you go, right? It is such an amazing gift. Like I said, I tried to help one time, but that's it didn't work very well.
And it sounds like it takes that special a craft, that gift of knowing, getting to know someone that you know what to give them, what to make in a box. Because I
No,
know,
that's the
how
secret.
did you make my box? You know, I got a box, y'all, and she was so spot on with mine. I said, she didn't even know me that long. I mean, like, how did she know?
You know, I have a very, I have a very keen sense. Detail is a big thing for me. So sometimes it sucks because I notice everything, everything. I can walk into a room and I immediately scan the room. I scan the people in the room. I take in my environment basically.
Right.
I think that because when we were, when I was little and we were migrants, right? We moved so much. I never knew where I was. I never knew where I was. So as I got older, I didn't like not knowing where I was because I would think if I get lost, how would I even tell somebody, right? Because I
Right.
don't know where I am half the time because we move so much. And so I think as I got older, I started this thing where I would always like just scan my space, scan my area. Now, when I don't know, when I sit down, I pay attention. I listen. I listen to what you
Wow.
don't say, see what you don't
Right.
show me,
Right.
and then I just pick up little details. So when I created your token, I'm not kidding you. I was down here and I thought, oh my gosh. Okay, so we Hispanics. I don't know if it's the culture thing, but we love to gift. You know, like we love to show gratitude with things, right?
Oh,
Like like a little bird, they bring you things, or little just gratitude.
right.
We
Right.
look for
Mhm.
ways to show you gratitude, right? And so I think that that was one of my biggest thing is like if I can find a way to show my gratitude to people, if I can find a way to just really listen, right? I thought,
Right.
well, I got to show Linda my gratitude because she invited me to this meeting. She's the host. She's worked hard. This is
Oh.
something that takes a lot of time to sit
Mhm.
and organize these meetings. And,
Mhm.
you're working and you're still taking the time to say,
Mhm.
okay, so and so this and so that. I get it. You want to have a business where you want to be your own boss. You want to
Right.
be a leader. You want to help other women grow. And that's all amazing stuff, right? But it takes work to do that, especially when you're doing it for somebody that's not you or somebody you don't even know. And
Right.
so when I was right before I left, right, and I'm telling you, I didn't even brush my hair that day very well. I just like, let's go, we gotta go, I gotta go. And I can tell you that that day, I ran down here to my shop. I stood here and I remember when I bought that brooch, I it just caught my eye and it took me back. When I stood here and I stared, I was like, okay, what do I gift her? Like, I want to give her a host gift, right? And so I remember as I stood there and I turned, the little fox was just there, and I just thought it was the cutest thing. And let me tell you, brown is just not my color. It's not my
Girl, but it's mine.
color. Well, and some people, it's my best friends too. She brown, yellow,
Oh,
Yes,
and so, but but it was the way the browns laid, it was beautiful and it shined. And I thought that day she was on the beach with her little sexy self being all foxy over there on her little vacation. And I got it. And so as I sat it down, I mean, you saw it was nothing major. It was very simple, but
right.
um, I just um, I wanted to thank you. So I really it's just a gesture in a box, just showing you that I appreciate you. So basically what I do is I try to what I ask my when I ask a customer when they place an order, yeah, there you go. Yeah, so see, I was like, oh, and I could put a flower and a diamond and a stone because just whatever makes it so that it's just something
How
simple. And
cute.
then the quote, I felt like the quote was it. So like
Okay,
I'll
I'm just
show
gonna
you.
read this card to you guys. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Keep going. I'm looking for something I was gonna show you too. Oh,
I'm showing this to you guys because I'm doing an unboxing, but I can show it to you guys on here. Look at her cute little. Is that cute or what?
that's
Is
me.
that cute or what?
For the record, that is actually her.
Mhm.
Oh, I got a little. Now this is what she's talking about. This is what she's talking about, and I'm gonna tell you guys, like I told her.
See how simple but elegant that is?
Hmm.
Look at that. Just simple
Look
and
at that.
elegant. Nothing fancy.
Look at that.
Look at
And I told her she had no idea at the time that I love pins. I really, I antique shop. I'm starting a business, my little passion project because I love pins and brooches so much. And I've already started my little Facebook, my little Instagram page and everything called a pin thing. THANG. You know, like hook a sister thing, not thing. It's a pin thing. So yes, I love pins that much. So yes, when you gave me that, you had no idea that I collect pins and brooches. No idea. So when I saw that fox, I was like, and I kept it in here because I still, like I said, I had to do an unboxing show, and this is a part of my unboxing
Thank
show,
you. I
my
appreciate it
YouTube
a lot.
channel. Yep. So that's why I kept it in here because I my YouTube channel, I could use that on my unboxing show. Yes, that's the
Well,
kind of stuff she does, y'all.
the coolest thing about this, Linda, is that when I don't know the people, right? But I pay attention and I together, it is the most amazing feeling in the world. So I have a friend that is another one of my mentors. She's very well to do in her life. I mean, she's all set. She's good to go.
Mhm.
But she gave me a book, and this book is amazing. It has been a blessing. I am just beyond thrilled with this book, right? And so, in my way of being, a Mexican that wants to give you a thank you and a gesture, right? I thought, what can I give somebody that has everything? Right? What
Mm.
can with material things, what can I give a person that has everything, or that she can honestly just be like, oh, let me go buy what I want? Like, let me do whatever I want, right? So, I great about this. Okay, that's another thing too. This business, I don't do this alone. Like God is my partner, right? We do this together.
Oh,
And
girl.
so, yes, let me tell you, that has been the deal. Bro. I came down here one day. I was talking to her, and I was talking on the phone with her, and I said, "Listen," I said, I gotta tell you, I have something. I had something on my shelf I wanted to show her, and so I came downstairs, and she's talking to me. She's like, I'm just so thankful for you, and you've been such a blessing. And she's going on, and she's proud of me, and I'm just feeling so like, what can I give her, right? Like, and I'm like, Lord. What can I give her that is going to just wow her? Like, I need to say thank you, and it has to have value and meaning that
Right.
money can't touch, right? Money can't touch this. So
Exactly.
I was on the floor, and I sat there, and I looked down, and I said, Lord, what can I give her? And I'm
Hmm.
sitting in front of my sympathy shelf, which is where I keep all the stuff, like where if someone
Oh,
dies, or so I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking that's where I need to look for something. So I have a little thing where I put brooches, like the one Charity has for all her business cards. So I have the one, and I put
hmm.
all my brooches and pins and stuff in there, right? So I'm literally sitting there, and as I said, what do I give her? It was as if somebody said and turned my face, and there off in the distance, okay, this woman is an artist, an amazing artist, okay?
Hmm.
So I'm thinking, oh, I gotta wow her, because artists are very detail oriented too, and they can kind
Uh-huh.
of see the flaws and everything. So I said, okay, what can and as I look, and guess what I had? I had gone to the store, and just like I did when I got your fox, something about this brooch. It was a hummingbird, but it had all these beautiful colors. It was a multicolored
Oh,
hummingbird. And I looked at it, and I said, that is everything. She's an artist. It's dainty. It's delicate. It's
right.
and the thing was that ever since I've met her, and her husband has cancer, right? I've heard nothing about just her husband, her kids, her art, so
Right.
it's about everything else, but nothing about her.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so I start crying. I'm bawling.
Oh,
And I called Jackie and I'm like, Jackie, oh, and Jackie's like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? Do I need to come over there? Like she's about to start crying too because she doesn't know what's happening. And then I'm like, come on with it. And I'm like, oh, you know. And then I said, remember that? Oh, and I'm losing it. Okay. So I finally get it out, and she's like, but then she starts out like getting teary-eyed, and she's like, oh my God. So anyway, I say, look, Linda, I didn't know if I had COVID. Okay. I didn't know if I had COVID. So look, I said, Jackie, I need you to come right now. This is a code red. Like
a code red.
This is a
code red. So she's crying. I'm thinking something really bad had happened. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? We gotta call an emergency ambulance. Something.
Yep. No, so I tell her, come over. We gotta come. So then, but guess what? I had an order to deliver, and it just so happens my girl's a nurse. So I told her what my dilemma was, right? I'm like, listen, I want to gift to somebody, but I don't know if I got COVID. What do I do? She said, come on to my house. I got a kit. So I go to her house. She's like, they're not there. I stand outside, we exchange gifts, and then she's like, here. She gives me the COVID rapid test because she's having it at her house. So I take it. She's like, I don't think you have it. I said, I don't think I do either, but now you just gotta assume you do. So
exactly.
Here, I have the COVID test in my hand. I am driving with a death grip on this test.
To
see if it's negative or positive on my way to her house. Listen, I said, I'm going over there. I don't care if I leave it on the curb. It has to be delivered today.
Jackie, what do you do with her?
Yeah, she
driving
with it. She just does it. So I got the death grip going here on the COVID test. Okay, I keep looking. The COVID test is saying negative, but I don't trust.
Right.
So I said, no, we got to get there. Finally, we get there. It still says negative. So then I just said, you know what? Even though I was all with Jackie, I said, Jackie, you get out and go give her the token. I'll stay in the car in case I got COVID.
That's where you get your title from, Jackie. What is your title again?
Fancy delivery fairy.
But I will tell you,
delivery fairy.
So, yes, and I'm really thankful that she was willing because the weather wasn't the greatest. But listen, I left there, and in the car, I fit very comfortably where I can literally do a 360.
She has
in the car on the seat.
Done it too.
And when this woman called me, because she says I love telling stories. So she said that I love. So I said, you know what? Let me tell you a story about how I see you. So I did the brooch. I did the story. Shot it over to her. Dropped it off. I left. And then she texted me, and that's where the gold is right there. She was beyond her. She said nobody has ever just stopped to see her, to look at her. They see her family, they see her house, her everything, but who sees just her? And then something that has this is, like I said, nothing fancy, just love, because that is genuinely all I can do for you right now is give you just love, because I don't have nothing fancy.
See, so, that's what we're talking about. See, she told the whole story. She's a crazy storyteller, y'all. We just love what she's doing. I know. I said, Jackie, you got to reel her in if she get too long, though. It's a 30-minute show. So I love the story. She gets so energetic and she's so animated when she tells a story. So I love when you tell your stories.
Look,
I just love the backstory.
Energetic on video now. Wait till you meet her in person. Look, she's like a little Energizer battery that has no unwinding.
All over the place.
That's for medical reasons. I've said that again.
If she don't stop that at medical reasons. So we have tons of questions to go through now. So comment.
Everybody wants to know if you have a magic wand.
Okay. Which one? Oh, the first one, you probably answered this already. So let's go back up to the first one was, how do you come up with the gifts? I create a vision. Wants to know.
So all I do is I create a vision. So when a customer places an order, I ask them, what is it for? So I need to understand what the emotion is. Like, do you want to say thank you? Do you want to say, I love you, or I support you, I'm here for you, right? And so then once they tell me a story, then I literally imagine it in my head. I imagine the person in my head. And then I start thinking based on what they shared. Like if they have a love for something, I go down that route, and then it starts popping up, and it literally comes together like a puzzle. So once I gather everything that my vision has been, has given me based on what the person shared with me, then what I do is I stage everything. I send you a picture and I say, this is everything that's going in your token. And at that time, the customer can decide if there's something they want to move. Because, you know the person. So they can be like, oh, no, take that out. She doesn't like that. I will ask, what do you not want me to include at all? Or what is it? Is there something specific that you want me to make sure that I focus on, that I include in the token? And that's how I do it.
But that, look at that. I love it. Thanks for sharing that. Shantae Herton. I can't see you guys. I think it's HERNTON. Says,
Yep.
love it. Thank you for joining us, Shantae. I just met Shantae on Facebook and somewhere else, maybe about a couple of weeks ago. So thanks so much for joining us, Shantae, in another group. I think that's how we met. Another group. I was looking for podcast guests. And Shantae, going to be a podcast guest once we start back recording. So thanks for joining us, Shantae. Facebook user says, where's my other Facebook user?
They can't.
Got a magic wand.
Magic for your liquid magic.
Yes, it's a magic wand.
She's a fairy godmother. She grants wishes.
I'm gonna go and use this and see if I can use it on my grandkids. My husband's like, I need
Linda, but that's what you do. You do spread your magic with what you do. You
click
do.
my heels 3 times.
There you go.
It is a magic wand. Other Facebook, other comments here, and you see them. Thank you, Shantae, again. Shay, is that Shay we were just talking about?
Yes, we were just talking about Shay.
We were just talking. What y'all saying about me? We were just talking about Shay. Thanks for joining us, Shay. We weren't saying anything bad. What were you guys saying about Shay?
We love Shay. I'm glad we connected with Shay because she didn't go to our Christmas party.
Oh yeah, you missed a Hooker Sister Christmas party, Shay. But as you see, everybody is so glad they hooked up with you at one of our other monthly events. So I'm so glad you guys connected. I've been hearing about all the connections Nancy and Jackie has made with Charity and you and other people they've met at the HASU meetings. And who else?
Marsha.
Yep. Marsha. Oh my God, that's just huge. So yes, thanks for hanging out with us, Shay. Let's see what else we have here. Magic wand. Look at me now. This woman here. Let me tell you a little about this woman here. Miss Rena Johnson. You see those 4 girls in that picture? The lady in the middle. You see that girl in the red? That's me. And Rena Johnson's my mom. And yes, my mom is in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And this little woman, and you know I'm gonna tell your age, Mom, because we okay with telling our age. She is 83 years old, and you talking about be on Facebook, know everybody's business. No, yeah, I'm talking about you. Know everybody's business. Be on Facebook. She be sending messages. She be all in Messenger. She be like sending stories and videos. How you do that? Got an Apple. I don't even have an Apple. She got an Apple on the phone. I'm thinking, how you do all that?
Yes.
Look,
I told her about this a couple weeks ago. She said, how do I get on there to be? I don't want to be a Facebook user. I want people to know I'm on there. I was on a hidden place, like her name popped up. I said, guess she figured out how to not be a Facebook user and put her name in the profile picture
too. She got a profile picture too.
Look, girl, she's coming on up in the world.
Yes, exactly. So yes, my mom is here from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and hello, Linda. So yes, that's all my sisters and my mom on the picture.
Oh, hello, Miss
story. She be popping in here on your people, yeah. Let's see. I know she back there. Don't tell all my business. I'll be on Facebook. Yeah. You got 6 kids. You gotta keep up with those 6 kids on Facebook. Yes, I went through all the comments, and I'm so glad everybody's here joining us and connecting with us and all the other good stuff. Jackie, what else do you want to share with Nancy?
So, Miss Nancy, tell everybody else what you got coming up. What's coming up within the next week, month or so?
Okay, so this originally started, it was just tokens, right? Nothing, just gifts and everything. And I tend to just stay really busy and get involved in a lot of things because I love helping people. I love doing work that just helps someone else, right? And also I love helping to eliminate barriers that I had to overcome, right? So if I can do anything to help someone not, face the same whatever I had to deal with, and I'm going to do that, right? And so the biggest thing was in doing tokens, I did not only want to focus on just tokens because that kind of gave me the itch to still want to go back to healthcare because that's where I was able to do a lot of the advocacy work that I did. And so when I sat down with my mentor, my business coach, she said, I want you to, focus on growing Fancy's Tokens. Like that's your full-time thing, And so at that point, when I decided, okay, I'm not going back to corporate America. I'm going to just really focus and solely on this. I thought, fine, if she doesn't want me to deviate from Fancy's Tokens, then I will grow.
Work around.
Yep. And
Mhm.
so what I did instead is, Fancy's Tokens is the umbrella.
Yes.
And so then I created lines within,
Yes.
yep.
Yep.
So I have now, we have 5 lines now. And we are, and I say we because I tap into various people that help me
Mhm.
do all the work that I do. So once as we continue to like fine tune the details, the Little Red Dress Boutique is my 6th line, and that
Oh,
that one is going to focus on our youth, our young women, and eventually I would like to roll it into also with address men.
love it.
Yeah, but right now, basically, I have created the lines that allow me to do everything I was doing in healthcare
Mhm.
as a leader, right? And
Mhm.
so now I get to do it without having somebody else dictate how I can do it. You know what
I
I
love
mean?
it.
And I can
Love
just
it. Love it. Love it.
fashion deems that I need to do it, and that's what I'm
Mhm.
excited about.
I
So
love it.
tell them about the pop-up shop that's coming up.
Yes.
Um, and so exciting. So we have an annual vision board event. I started that, and Jackie has helped me, but unfortunately this year she wasn't able to be there. And so I kind of what I did is I had to kind of switch things up a little bit. And so what I found was so cool is that one of the things I added to my vision board event was networking and connecting. I think that's so important, right? Because so
Mhm.
many of us can help each other in some way. And so
Yes.
what I did is I bring some stuff, and the women just went right to the shopping and the networking and connecting. And that gave me
Mhm.
the idea that when I do my follow-up, right, because follow-up is so important,
Yes.
I think that's where the magic truly lies.
Mhm.
That's the thing, when I do my tokens, I always follow up. So
Oh,
just because I did business with you and I had a transaction, I remember everything about that person because I keep a profile. And so
mhm.
I'll always be like, let me check on how that person is doing. So I do a follow-up. But because I wanted to keep that magic going, right? And I wanted these women to feel supported. And I have a lot of entrepreneurs that are like reaching out and are in my circle and my tribe. So I really wanted to pour into them. And when I reconnected with Jackie after everything, I just said, you know what? I'm gonna do a pop-up shop. And I wanted to provide a space for these young ladies, these women, right? These
Mhm.
sheroes to come together, display their work
Right.
so hard. I mean, think about it. Being in this pandemic and doing the work that they're trying to do, it's
Mhm.
hard because you got people that, not everybody will buy your services or use your services. And so
Mhm.
um this pop-up shop, because of the interest and feedback we got when I approached people,
Mhm.
they told a friend who told a friend, and before you know it, I have a waiting list, right? So then
Yep.
I
Yes.
told Jackie, I'm like, I gotta do it again then because I can't let them down. I'm that person, guys. I'm that person that like even if I can't, I still try to find a way because I feel I'm an empath and I really want to help others. I
Mhm.
just so I right now I am working on details, and
Mhm.
then we are going to aim to post 4 total for the year.
Oh,
Um,
Yep.
sweet.
yeah, and then the thing I'm really focusing and working on is making it accessible to remove
Mhm.
the barriers that some people face when they try to join these larger ones, right?
Mhm.
Because as they grow, they tend to change a lot of guidelines, and I mean, even in business, people do that. So I'm hoping that this pop-up shop would lead to more people being able to display their work and getting the word out about what they do, and that it will help their growth.
Right.
So when is this
That is.
pop-up shop?
So it is March. The cool thing too is because I'm participating, I'm trying to be the host and also participate. So that's where our magic is coming in. But it's actually on March 13th. It's from 2 to 5. And the reason that we picked a Sunday is because, Saturdays people, they're not working. So you want to get out, be with your family and do stuff. And so Sunday, for those that go to church,
Mhm.
gives you enough time and then enough time to
Mhm.
go home. But if you are not wanting to cook that Sunday, we do have someone that's going to be selling soul food, and
Oh,
she's
nice.
know that she's one of. I do know right now she is one of Spectrum's health vendors. Now, if she was
Okay.
able to get in there, her food is good. So yes,
Ooh.
plan to get some food while you're there.
And where's it going to be held at?
We will be hosting at the Link Gallery. And we have right now, we aimed at 16 vendors, but we now have 16. We have a little bit
Okay.
of everything. We got makeup, we have clothing, jewelry, we have sweets.
Yep.
We have a special guest. We're a photographer.
Oh, wow.
So I really want to do my best to capture as much of this, to promote and to like just really highlight these women. So I want to do what you're doing, right? I want us to continue to uplift women. And so I'm
Yes.
taking a page from your book. You've inspired me. And so,
Oh, Nancy, you're
like
my
I
little
said, I will
one.
help. Yes, yes, you're magic. You're
Fairy
magic.
godmother, fairy
You
godmother vibes.
My fairy godmother wand.
Yeah, that's why I gave it to you. So, like I said,
Oh,
you help me, I help you. We all help each other. And I think when you really stop to look at what can come out of that, it would be
mm-hmm.
amazing if more women and more people looked at if we just stop
Yes.
Uh-oh, she
all
literally
that. Just look at the fact that if we
How
all
does she do
come
that?
together, right?
literally,
But if
you
we all
literally
just
were
come
like,
together, man, you know what strides we can make? So yeah. So I am really praying that this pop-up event will be a blessing for many, many women that
Oh,
maybe
and it will
have just
be.
been struggling. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about
Yes. You put that out in the universe, it's going to happen. It already has happened.
yes,
So,
ma'am.
yes, you already threw it out there. It is
God is with
already
me.
done.
I'm telling you, that's my partner.
There you go.
Mark
I do
your calendars.
have,
March 13th, 2 to 5, Link Up Gallery, which is 341 Hall Street Southeast, literally the corner of
thank
Madison and
you.
Hall
I
Street.
was just getting ready to say the address in there for those who are around. Jackie coming back to be a co-host. It's so nice. She's just like, oh, Jackie, I'm serious.
Hmm.
You come back anytime to co-host.
I'm gonna
I
send it
love
to
it.
you.
And Nancy, you co-host as well. We have some
No,
more
because then
comments
I'm
here.
gonna talk and you'll tell me I can't.
Oh, stop it. No, I will not. My
That's
mom
okay, 'cause I'm
says,
gonna
yes,
get my
I
own
do love.
podcast. I'm gonna get
She
my
said,
own
I do
podcast.
love it here. Huh?
I said I'm just gonna get my own podcast so I can talk as much as I want.
Oh, you know what? You know, we already talked about that. So
I'm working on
I'm
it.
ready.
I'm
Look,
working on it. Yes.
I've been telling her she needs to do a podcast because,
No,
I'm
but I'm
ready.
working
You
on
know,
it.
I am ready for you because we already talked about that for Christmas. Like, yeah, get your podcast show, girl. No, we already talked about it.
Right.
The mom said, yes, I do love it here when people are coming on. Then I pray for more. Pray for more for all.
Oh,
Yep.
I
So
appreciate
thanks,
it. I
Mom.
appreciate it. Please pray. Please pray. Yes.
yes.
Yes, continue to pray for us
Mm-hmm.
and pray for all the women doing their thing with their entrepreneurship and businesses.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I say your name right. Your thank you,
Shanika,
your Reach Shanique.
Rich?
Shanique. This is thank you so much for joining us. This is my new team, my new VA. And let me tell you, it's so nice having a virtual assistant. There's a team, and he's just the
Yeah.
beginning of a team. So yes, we just started working together last week. And it's just been so nice. He sent me some stuff today. Can I post this? Is it good to go? So he's handling some social media stuff, and you probably saw some today. You know, it's not me. You'll tell when it's me. I'm just posting throughout the day. But dude came with a content calendar. He came with I gave him a list. He working from that list, and all I gotta say is thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. My virtual assistant team. Thank you. So I'm so glad he joined tonight. Facebook user, all clap, clap, claps, all thumbs up, clap, 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 fire, fire. Thank you so much for joining us again. I just love it when we have comments. I love when people join, let us know they're here. Because some people, you sit back, don't say anything. So I like it when people do comment, ask questions. So thank you, thank you, thank you for everyone who's on tonight asking questions and sharing stuff and giving us that room to conversate more. How do people submit requests to you? Let's get right to it.
Okay.
How do people?
Facebook and Instagram. So right now, what I do is I try my best. I don't duplicate tokens. So unless it's for a group, that's usually discussed ahead of time. That's the only time that you'll get the same. But all my tokens are unique to each receiver. So when they want to, they just reach out to me via Facebook or Instagram. I'm on both. And all I need from the person is who it's for, what's the reason, what's your budget, and when is it due. That's it. That's all I
Oh,
need. And the one thing about that is, when I say what's your budget, um, I think in the beginning it was like, okay, build something, right? But think about it. If you're shopping for a gift for somebody that you want to get a gift for, well, you don't just say, I'm just going to go spend whatever's in my purse, right? You say, well, I'm going to, I got $50 for this gift, right? That's what I'm going to spend. So what I usually tell my customers is when they're placing the order, I'll say, okay, wonderful. Like, how much do you want to spend? And then when I tell them that, then they that's what they expect. So it's whatever you tell me, plus tax and shipping. That's it.
Yep.
So you don't have to
wow.
sit there and be like, I don't know how much it's gonna cost, or you're waiting. So because for me, that was one of the things when I used to like go to Eastern Floral or something. I just would like be like, oh my gosh, like how much is it gonna cost for a basket for one of my
Right,
coworkers?
right,
It was like $69, right? Including shipping, which was like expensive. And then they just got fruit and some nuts. Like I
right,
that
right.
not that there's anything wrong with that, but
Mhm.
when someone dies, I really, I don't know. I think that fruits and nuts are gonna help at that moment. So it
Right.
for me, the tokens I make speak the visions I create. So this is my thing. If you get a token from someone that ordered it, whatever I gave you is what I created based on the vision they gave me.
Right,
So
right.
so that
Oh,
also
I
speaks
love
to
it.
what they know about you, right? Um,
Exactly.
literally, that's it. Or sometimes, honestly, Linda, I just need to look at the person and I kind of put my vision together that way. So I want to make it as feasible as possible for people to order gifts for someone, to show their a gesture of whatever
Mhm.
they want. I want to make that
Right.
accessible. I want to remove that barrier of I can't afford it.
Yep.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
I
So I
love it.
that's
I
that's why I approach it that
I
way. Mhm.
Mhm.
I love it. Well, you see in the ticker, there's her Facebook page, and I also put her Facebook page link in the description, so you can always just go to her Facebook page as well. Make sure you connect with Nancy. Oh, Jackie, you had one other question too.
Yes. You can also find her on Instagram under Fancy's
Yes.
Tokens, where she posts a lot of the content of some of the gifts that she's given, tokens that she's curated in the past, which are phenomenal. As you can see, you
Mhm.
saw with Linda's box. And find her both on Facebook and Instagram.
Mhm.
So make sure y'all connect with Miss Nancy for y'all fancies talk. I just love when she said I fancied someone. It's just
Mhm.
so cool
Yep.
when you say that. I
Yep. And if
fancied.
anybody, so if you do, if
I
there is
love
someone
it.
that's going through a really tough time, let me know and we can help. Mhm.
I
Yep.
love it. So that's Miss Nancy. I'm just, I, thank you so much for being a guest. We've been talking about this for a while, and she still acts like she's nervous. I don't know why. I remember when I first talked to her about doing a Facebook Live testimony. Can you do a testimony for
Mm.
HASU? Oh my God, I
And look at her now. She's doing live like
we
nobody's
do
business.
lives every week, every other day. I said, look at her. She's just all over the place now. But she did that testimony for me, and it was like she was just you're so good at it. I mean, look at her lighting, everything. Mine's kind of foggy, but yours is
Oh,
beautiful. I mean, you do enough lives where you're really good at it. So
mm,
continue
thank
doing your
you.
lives, continue connecting, continue doing what you do. I do want to let people know if they want to be a guest on, as I say, on the Hidden in Plain Sight show, you can
Mhm.
always email me um, your business and your interest in being a featured business here. And that is teamhasunetwork@gmail.com. Teamhasunetwork@gmail.com. Just hit us up, let us know. So far, I am booked into probably the end of March now. I still have 5 more people to go. Usually I go on Tuesday, Thursdays to do my hidden in plain sights. So Tuesday, Thursdays, I think I have about 5 or 6 individuals, businesses left. So make sure you get on the calendar so we can get that done. If you want to learn more about Hookah Sister Up, because again, hidden in plain sight is like Nancy talk about. I talk about our a suite of services. So HASU has a suite of services, and Hookah Sister Up is the brand. And there's Hidden in Plain Sight. There's If These Books Could Talk. There's the podcast show. There's an unboxing channel. There's so much under. I'm just naming the main 4. Women Who Write. We have not done that in the last 2 years due to the pandemic, but there will be one this year. So that's back as well. All those are under the HASU brand, the Hookah Sister Up brand. So you can definitely learn more about Hookah Sister Up at hasucollaborative.com. And please come back to that site because it's currently being updated, but make sure you come back to that site. Hookah Sister Up is a membership-based platform for women entrepreneurs. There is an annual membership to join, and all the benefits. You'll see there's some right there on the site, and I just mentioned the main four that you'll have access to as a member. And last but not least, let's see what other ticker I want to share with you. And I think that's the main thing. I want to make sure that that you continue to follow. So I'm gonna leave this ticker as we work our way out, so that you make sure you follow Fancy's Tokens Facebook page. And Nancy, you mentioned for them to follow you on email. Is that email also on your Facebook page, or would you like to leave their
Um,
email, or what's best for you?
no, just if you just message me on Instagram or Facebook, I'll get that. I stay connected. So if they want to just send me a
Oh,
message as to what they need, I will respond and we'll connect that way. Yeah. Or I
good
mean,
deal.
if you want to send
Okay,
fancystoken.com an email too, that's totally okay.
So
good deal.
Fancy's Tokens
So you
at
guys
Gmail.
know how to find her.
Yep.
What is
Mhm.
it?
Fancy's Tokens
Oh, I
at
missed it.
gmail. Oh,
Okay. And I forgot to put that in the ticker.
That's
Fanciestokens@gmail.com. I like that. Okay. So yes. So again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming. Any last thing you want to share with us, Nancy and Jackie?
I just,
uh,
if you get an opportunity to attend a HASU meeting, do it. Um,
Yes.
I,
Do it.
I can tell you that, yes, I can tell you that it literally, that was like, I think at the stage of where I was in not knowing where to go with my business, attending the HASU meeting, Linda, like sitting with all those women, hearing their stories, especially the
Mm,
women that were still in corporate America and just didn't know like how to get out and where to, just hearing how they did it, how they approached it. It just affirmed, you know, my decision to
mm-hmm.
continue with, being my own business owner. And it also opened doors to connect with women in different backgrounds for services that and resources that I can share
Mm-hmm.
with people that I know. So if
Right.
you have an opportunity, they're monthly. It's only a few hours of your time. I totally recommend it. And Linda, I can't thank you enough for the work that you're doing.
Oh,
To
thank you so much.
bring these women together, and to just really support in the way that you are. Just doing this highlight, I think, is amazing. And I look forward to the continued growth that Hasu is going to bring to the table with everything that you're doing. So thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it. And yes, if you haven't gotten out there meeting, and I mean, Jackie and I went, and it's been a blessing. So thank you for the
And
invitation.
they have. They're so lively. They're so lively when they come, and it's so funny. Oh, and I forgot. You know what I forgot, Nancy? I forgot to share that to our guests and friends and everybody's here. Nancy's also on our making the list. Yes, my little guy still put the. I get some information from you too. Um, the follow up information.
Okay.
There's Hasu has our making the list newsletter, and she's one of the five. 'Cause I picked five of something. So five women trending. Yes, she made the list. My list
Yeah,
of
oh,
thank you,
five
Linda.
women trending. So women
Thank
trending
you.
is the theme of this newsletter that's coming out. It's called Making the List. But women trending is the five women we're covering on that list. So yeah, Nancy's on there. So she's just everywhere. I'm telling you guys, why wouldn't she be
Right.
women trending? Why wouldn't she be one of the women trending? She's everywhere. So, so
Thank
for
you.
that, we are going to be heading out. We thank you guys for stopping in. And ladies, as we head out, just make sure you stick and stay as I end the broadcast. So just stick around. But thanks for being a guest. Thanks for following us. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for engaging. Thanks for everything. And until the next time, we'll see you later on the next Hidden Plain Sight show with our next promo business. Good night.